I'm Ron and I'm back again already with another round of sports reviews. Today I am doing my 2020 Toronto FC season preview because I couldn't watch Toronto versus Colorado today because, well, I have a Google Chrome. I could have done a VPN or take the region lock off of it, but I didn't do that. I'm lazy. I'm a bit lazy. It's still preseason. And, well, there were 2 delays anyway and they ended it after 45. But I saw the highlights I needed to see. Toronto drew 1-1 against Colorado to end their preseason. They finished 3-2-1 in the preseason over 6 matches. Wins against Colorado in the first game, UC Irvine and LA Galaxy. Losses to the LAFC and somehow Chicago Fire. Probably because we played a trashier lineup, a weaker lineup. Just kind of like LAFC, but whatever. And then we drew against Colorado because of the weather, basically. Because if we would have played another 45 or even 12, 15, 20, we probably would have won. I think we would have found a winner, but whatever. We did what we had to do. We had a good preseason, and now I'm going to talk about a couple of talking points for the upcoming season. So, the news came out yesterday that Ifeanyi Achara has signed a first-team contract with Toronto FC, and it's well-deserved. I think it is well-deserved by Achara. He should be the backup striker. He should be a backup winger. Whenever we could get him on the pitch, we need to get him on the pitch, and that's the point. He's better than Io. He's definitely better than Mullins. I saw so much out of Ifeanyi Achara during the preseason, and I am so happy for him. I'm proud for him. He's a great player. He deserves as much of a chance as anybody. He just needs to be in the attack as much as we can get him in the attack. He's made a couple of players that weren't really needed, even less needed. Mullins, he made him less needed. Gallardo, I'd even venture to say that. Endo, Schaffelberg, and Piatti should be the wingers if you're not going to play Achara at the wing. The 3 strikers should be Josie, Akinola, Achara. The 3 A's, the Mighty A's, or no, not the Mighty A's. The Killer A's, like the Killer B's. You get like Biggio, Berkman, Bagwell. You get it? Yeah, you get it. So, the way that works, I love what Achara did this preseason. The club did as well. They didn't agree with me, but they saw what I saw, and they signed him to a first-team contract. I hope they give him the time he deserves, and he makes the players that deserve to be not needed even more not needed that I think of. Like Mullins. People are going to be like, don't do it. Don't hate on Gallardo, but I'm sorry. Achara is probably going to be better right off the bat on the wing than Gallardo ever was. My God, what a horrible buy. What a horrible buy. I know he scored a preseason goal, but that was against Colorado in a frickin' scrimmage. What has he done since? Not a thing. Not a thing. I have not seen a thing from him. So you could say, oh, great. He's doing better. Yeah, no. Now, another little bit of information going into the first game. Pablo Piatti did not play at all this preseason. He has a hamstring strain. He's back in Toronto working with the doctors, the training staff to get back to fitness, but he will not play next Saturday, and he may not even play at the home opener. But again, I don't think we need him exactly yet. We don't need him yet. Because he's a good player. I think he'll end up being a good player, but he already strained his hamstring. This is going to be a little bit of a rough go for him. But we have a good squad already. When he needs to play, we'll be even better, but we already got a good squad. I'm not angry, but I knew something was up when he didn't play one of the last 3 games. I knew it. And especially when he didn't play Wednesday. I knew something was up. But he's injured. He's not going to play next Saturday against San Jose, and he's probably not going to play at the home opener, but I think we can live with that. I think we could live with that. We're not in a dire strait like we were at the start of last year, and we still ended up winning our first 2 games without Pozuelo and drawing one of them and losing to Independiente. But let's not talk about that. Let's not talk about that. I've gotten over it finally. I got pissed off again during the Club World Cup, but I've finally fully gotten over it. Eyes are on the season. Eyes are on the Canadian Championship, next year's Champions League, and next year's Club World Cup. That's what the eyes are on. And the League's Cup. Not last year's problems. So that's something. Next. I guess let's just talk about the whole team in general, because those are our big 2 pieces of news coming out of the preseason. We talked about the record. Let's talk about the team in general. So, the team is still a great team. Basically the same team with a little bit of tweaks that went to the MLS Cup last year, and they are motivated to do better. They're motivated to get back. This team looks just like the 2017 team. I think this team is motivated, very motivated, just like 2017. You'll have Westberg in goal. He looks great. He's looked great every chance he's got. Bono's looked horrible, but Westberg has looked great every chance he has got, every game he has got. Same as, actually maybe a little bit better than last year. So I'm happy with what we have there. The back 4, Morrow, Mavinga, Gonzalez, and Alrol. I like that back 4. I think we'll need some more reinforcements at the wing-back positions, but I think De Leon is going to transfer into more of a true fullback. So when he plays at fullback, we have cover for Morrow, and if we have to play Lorea at the left, we could do that. But they're also, if Lorea has to play the right, and we need cover for Morrow, we have De Leon. So I think that's what they're doing. It's kind of weird how they haven't played him much this preseason, but we have that. Then the midfield, we have Fraser backing up Bradley, playing for Bradley until he comes back. I think we're going to be fine. I like Liam Fraser. I think he's done great so far. I think he's done great every chance he's got to show his worth. Playing the CDM position, I think we're not going to miss a beat with him starting at Bradley's position until he comes back. We're not going to miss a beat. Then we have Osorio in the midfield and Pozuelo in the midfield. I think no missing a beat there. And I think Oso is going to come back just great. I think he's got over his anemia. I think he looks great. He's looked great since the end of last season and even coming into this year, the January camp and preseason. He's looked good. So I'm happy. I like what I see from him. We're good there. Pozuelo looks good there. And also, the wingers and the striker. The wingers, we have Endo, Schaffelberg, Gallardo, Piatti is the top 4, and maybe Achara if needed. I like that core group of wingers, especially 4 of the 5. I don't like Gallardo, but you get that by now. But I like the core group of wingers. I like what we could do with that. I think it looks pretty good. And then the strikers, you have Josie starting, and if we need a backup, it'll either be Akinola or Achara. And I'm cool with that as well. This team has a lot, not as many weaknesses. It's deep. This team is way deeper than it was last year or even 2018. I think this team is going to prove people aren't sleeping on us, but they're putting us a little bit too low. We're going to finish top of the Eastern Conference. We will be in a fight for the Supporters' Shield. I don't know who exactly from the West it's going to be, but I'm going to guess probably Seattle, how they played against Olympia for the first 60 minutes, and LAFC. I think those are going to be the teams we're fighting against, and maybe New York just a bit in the East, but I think we'll be in a fight for the Supporters' Shield. We'll be first in the East. We'll basically trounce the league as much as we can. I'll say it's possible we go invincible. You say I'm crazy, but just you wait. Just you wait. Toronto FC will finish first in the East. There's a possibility we go invincible. At worst, we'll lose about 3 to 5 games. And and we're going to have a good run in the playoffs, we will go to the MLS Cup. And it'll probably be Colorado or Seattle because reasons. And I think we'll win it, but we'll definitely go to the MLS Cup. And I think we'll also win the Canadian Championship. I think we will win the League's Cup. And I also think we'll win the Supporter Shield. I think we're going to win a quadruple. I legitimately do. I legitimately think we're going to win a quadruple. This team is too good to not overly succeed this year. They are ready. They are motivated. Just like 2017, they are going to go for it, and they will do what they need to do to win everything in their path up until the MLS Cup, and then they will win what they were missing last year, just like 2017. I believe it. I believe it. So that's what that is. So, before I go, check the links in the description. I still have the Australian fire relief causes in the description. Click on those links. Give if you can. Let's help make the world a better place. If you like this video, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell all your friends. Here we go. It's time for 2020. Toronto FC and MLS is back. Come on, you Reds. I'm Ryan and I'm out. Peace.